Raynalon here. Today is another build showcase. This time is Mesa. So let's immediately start. Starting with her shards, I'm using 2 Ember Shard for cast speed and 2 Emerald Shard for the additional corrosion, like maximum additional corrosion stacks on enemies. So at 14 stacks of corrosion, the arm is fully stripped. For the helmet ability, I removed her 1, replaced with Nourish to give myself more energy economy on on energy pickups, and viral damage, so I don't need to build viral on my weapons. For the mods, I'm using Growing Power for more ability strength, Prime Shoot-Footed for knockback immunity, Prime Flow, Equilibrium, and Fleeting Expertise for the energy economy, Narrow-Minded and Prime Continuity for the ability duration, Umbral Intensify and Transient Fortitude for the ability strength, and I'm also using Arcane Vitality to double my health. Also, Arcane Vitality has this unique passive that says here status effects from abilities that deal heat damage will be applied twice. This does work with Mesa's fourth ability, so instead of you proccing 1 heat, you'll proc 2 heat if you have a heat mod on your Mesa. For the Arcanes, I'm using Arcane Velocity. Arcane Velocity on crit, there's a 90% chance to get 120% fire rate on pistols. This does work with her ultimate ability, her regulators, so you will always have additional fire rate, which gives you a ton of more damage. And for the second arcane, you can use whatever you like. I'm using Arcane Blessing, so if I ever pick up health orbs, I get more health, and that's pretty much it. These are the stats. Negative range, you really don't need range, everything else is a positive. You don't need much of anything here, just need to be positive with both strength, efficiency, and duration. And this is the build. So that's it. When it comes to her regulators now, I'm using Prime Target Cracker for critical damage, Creeping Bullseye for critical chance, Jolt and Pathogen Round to turn them into corrosion, so we get corrosion damage. I'm using Accelerated Isotope for radiation and fire rate for more damage. I'm using Prime Heated Charge for more damage, it gives me heat. As you can see here, I have corrosion, radiation, heat, slash, puncture, and impact, which is 6 status effects. I'm using Galvanized Diffusion for more multi-shot, more damage. And I'm also using Galvanized Shot for more status chance. And it says here on kill, 40% direct damage per status effect, status type affected on a target for 14 seconds. Stacks up 3 times. So that's 120% direct damage per status effect on targets. And I'm proccing corrosion, radiation, heat, slash, puncture, and impact. And I also have Nourish that gives me viral, so that's 7 elements. So I will do, so this is 120% direct damage times 7. So that's 840% more direct damage per status type affected on a target, which is a lot of damage. Her status chance is small, but with a lot of multi-shot and a lot of DPS, you will sooner or later proc all of these stats in seconds, so you don't have to worry about anything. Another important thing, I'm using Furex Wraith, and what this does, it has this one mod, and I'm only using it for this one mod, and this one mod gives you plus 45% fire rate for your secondary weapons. This does work with your Mesa, it gives you even more DPS, and you don't even use melee weapons on Mesa, nobody does. So yeah, you just use this mod as a stat stick, use this melee weapon as a stat stick more likely for Mesa. So that's pretty much it with her build. Now I'm gonna show you how the build functions. Let's spawn like 1 super heavy gunner or corrupted heavy gunner. It's a steel path version, level 195. Spawn him here. Spawn him there. Plus your third ability for the survivability, second ability for damage, and Nourish for viral damage and energy economy. Press 4. Hold left click. And the enemy is dead. So yeah, the enemy dies very, very fast. Now I can show you without pausing the AI. It's shooting me and I'm shooting him, and yeah, it disappears very fast, as you can see there. I'm gonna show you one more time. Yeah, it's gone. Now let's show you with like at least 10 enemies how this looks. Turn your third ability, not die. First ability for Nourish. Wait for your second ability. Or a little bit more damage. It doesn't help, but no, it truly does help a little bit. Press your fourth ability, hold left click, and yeah, that's pretty much it. One very important thing you should know what radiation does, which is very good on Mesa for another layer of survivability, is enemies that are affected radiation, they start shooting each other. So if I shoot these three here, I'll proc radiation, and as you can see there, they start shooting each other, which is another good layer of survivability. So yeah, this was the build. I've been using this build for a very long time. The only thing that changed is on the regulators, only one mod, and that's the accelerated isotope. This is a brand new mod. I really like it. I used to use anemic agility for a lot more fire rate, but I like this more. It gives me damage, it gives me additional fire rate, not as much as anemic agility, but it gives me that interesting survivability mechanic with radiation when you shoot enemies with regulators. So yeah, this is pretty much the build. I hope you enjoyed the YouTube video. I hope you subscribe, follow me on Twitch. So yeah, see you next time. I'm going to be making daily YouTube videos on Warframe, so I hope you enjoyed. Thank you everybody for watching. Goodbye.